All right, excuse me, y'all know how to use the mode 5.3. That's not what I'm so worried about. I'm more concerned that you know how to get it set up to put it in mode 5.3. In other words, you can't just look at every problem and type in. You gotta adjust. Jesse, y'all be with me. Y'all be with me now. All right. So you gotta make sure it's in the proper form to be able to put it in. So that's what I'm concerned with. All right, so here's what you want. Here's what you want. You got an x squared, you got an x, you got a number, and it's equal to 0. That's how you want it, but it's not always equal to 0. It's not always looking nice. All right, so when it looks nice, here's what you do. You go mode 5.3, and if you got your calculator, you can go ahead. Mode 5.3. And when you do that, you're going to type in the coefficients for A, B, and C. So on your calculator, it looks something like this. And you type it in. That's kind of how it looks. Now, what is your A? This is A. B, -2. Watch your signs. And C, yes, watch the signs on these is another thing. So when it's equal to 0 and whatever, you go straight, type it in, pull the coefficients off, and then when you hit equals, you should see an x sub 1. That should be your first answer. Then hit equals again, and you should see an x sub 2, and that'll be your other answer, and that should be it. So what did you get as your x's here?
9 and -7.
Yes, very good. Again, that's pretty easy, but you got to make sure you know where everything's at. So 9 and -7. Is that good for y'all? Huh? What'd you get? Oh, did you type in? Check what you typed in. Most common error here is you miss a sign or you mistype something. Okay, all right. So let's do us another one then. This one's not going to be nice at the beginning. We're going to have to fix it. All right, so looking at this one. What needs to be fixed? The 5. We want it to be equal to 0 to be able to type it in the calculator. So we can't just type that in the calculator. How can we fix this? Move the 5, right. Subtract 5 away, and that moves it. So here you're going to have 6x squared minus 13x minus 5 equals 0 now. You moved it over so it is equal to 0. That's how we want it. All right, so you go mode 5.3. What's my A in this problem? 6. What's my B in this problem?
-13.
And my C?
-5.
Okay. So you do all that, and you should have 2 answers. All right, so what's my answers? Yes, very good. There's your solutions. But again, you gotta be equal to 0, you gotta watch your signs. That's all we're working on right here. So far, so good. All right. And one other reason, besides the fact that it's pretty easy, I want you to know how to do this because this could be helpful in your life in math. All right. Do what? Are you talking about here? On here? Did you type in your A is 6 and your B is -13?
What the soup is this?
Hit equal. Make sure you hit equals at the end. Oh yeah, you just hit equals again. You don't need that. It's extra info that we're not interested in. Okay. I think why yours did funny is maybe you got to hit equals at the end and maybe it didn't, or I don't know, but check it. All right, so looking at this one, what needs to happen here?
The 25 needs to go.
Yeah, the 25 needs to move. So I'm subtract 25. Okay, so we got x squared minus 25 equals 0 when I move the 25 over. Y'all, anytime you change sides, anytime, like I move that 25 over, it changes signs. That's it. So that's why it's negative. All right, now let me ask you, what's my A in this problem now? What's my B? 0. Here's why. A is always on the squared x. B is always on the x. There is none. C is always the number, negative 25. So be careful that you watch what's missing where. Jordan, did yours work when you, okay.
I didn't hit that April again.
Yeah. All right, and when y'all get this, tell me what.
I'm in negative 5.
Thank you. So 5 and negative 5 should be for this one. The big thing here is knowing there was a 0 for you. So far, so good? All right, let's do one more. Just looking at issues here. All right. Now, what needs to happen on this last one?
The 2x moves
2x moves over, so minus 2x. When I move it, and by the way, that 14 should not have an x on it, y'all. That was a typo by me. So that should have just been minus 14. Didn't need the x. But when I move that 2x over, line it up with my other x there. Because that's going to become what?
3x.
3x. So 2x squared, now plus 3x coming from that, and the minus 14 with no x on it. Alright, so you got it equal to 0. My A is,
2,
my B is,
3,
my C is, and I will hang on for your answers.
2 and negative 7 over 2.
Thank you. 2 and negative 7 over 2, and if you're good with that, then you're going to be doing the odds on that attached word you got there.
It says
You can stop that if you want to. Huh?
It says conquest.